Jen Psaki is the former White House press secretary for President Biden, is the host of Inside with Jen Psaki on MSNBC. Michael Beschloss is an NBC News presidential historian, and both of them join me now. Jen, first, I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you today as you were watching it. I'm curious your reaction to today.
You know, the bureau here is just a few blocks. I mean, I could walk to where the courthouse is, to where Garrett is. It's raining, but I could still walk there. And I think there was this expectation that it would be a circus, or I had that expectation. It really wasn't outside of the courthouse, a circus. And that speaks to how much things have changed in some ways over the last couple of years for the good. In part, I think, because of the efforts by the Department of Justice to go after the Oath Keepers and disincentivize this type of gathering. But the other thing that struck me, Chris, is that as much as we didn't see in the courtroom, and as you noted in your opening, there were a lot of developments that came out of it that I think were surprising. I mean, Trump was treated like a teenager in some ways, not a 77-year-old former president, but also that just listening, he seemed smaller in some ways to me. I mean, he didn't do a big campaign event. He did have some remarks. He didn't go to a public event. He didn't give a long speech. You know, that was striking to me as well. But also, we're going to learn more in a couple of weeks when the judge, who clearly means business, moves forward on getting us a trial date.
That point on seeming smaller, I just want to add something to that because of talking with some of our colleagues here after the special coverage. And it's notable that he's alone. There's no posse and there's no retinue and there's no family. Like, I would hope if I were to go through the ordeal that this man is currently facing, in my darkest hours, having to go, that my wife and my kids and my loved ones and my friends, that I would have a crew, people that are standing. His wife is not there. I can't see any of his kids, his daughter who worked. No one. The guy's alone. He is solo rolling with the lawyers that are willing to take, hope his checks clear. And that is really striking, Michael Beschloss, on a day that, is a huge day, right? No matter how much I think he wants to say it isn't, and, this is a witch hunt, yada, yada. Like, I don't think there's any real analog in American history for what happened today.
Nothing remotely like it, Chris. And Chris, you and Jen and I, we all have children. Two of you guys, yours are younger than mine are, but I guarantee you that they will learn about what happened this day. And not only because it's the first time an ex-president was indicted for offenses that he committed in office, but look at the consequence, just as you were saying at the beginning, Chris. If this had succeeded, let's say some of those attackers in the Capitol had been about 5 or 10 minutes faster and gotten to Nancy Pelosi or got to Mike Pence or others. Some of them had murder and kidnapping in their heart. Or let's say this trial got further delayed and didn't take place before the 2024 election, and Donald Trump becomes president next year, and he wants to finish the job that he did not finish on the 6th of January with some kind of presidential dictatorship. Aside from everything else, we would lose our democracy, as we almost did on the 6th of December, rule of law, peaceful transfer of power, the way that we choose people to lead us. But at the same time, look at the emptiness that would be there in our system, that a president of the United States, Donald Trump, had committed perhaps the largest offense that any president had come near to committing in all of our history, never had to pay for it, came back to office.